Some people have become so hardened now, that no matter what you say about immorality, they have made up their mind that they are going to wallow in it. They are hardened. And you know why they are hardened? Some of them, it is because despite the fact that they are engaging in immorality, they still look like their Christian lives are working. So they are hardened. So they continue perpetually. But if you are one that has learned how to walk with God long enough, you will find out that your intimacy with God will be more important to you than anything else. And anything that fights against it, you will treat it as an enemy. So how does Satan come to snatch? He will put you in environments where your integrity will be tested. I heard that there are WhatsApp groups now, where when you join is Expo. Okay, so they are confirming. Expo for WAEC, Expo for NECO. Now, some of the young people have so taken advantage of it that from the WhatsApp group, they will now be meeting themselves. So they say, let's go offline. So from the WhatsApp group to immorality. Social media that is supposed to be for socialization has become a tool to test your integrity. Test your secret life. Some of you here now are in pain every day because your nude pictures have been sent somewhere. And every day you are wondering whether that person will just get angry one day and put it. And let me tell you something about the internet. Sure, you know that when you delete a picture, it doesn't vanish. Are you aware? When you click delete, it vanishes from your phone. It is somewhere in the web. You're not aware? The way some people are afraid, and I say, Kai. I wonder the day we check the web, I wonder what we will find. Whether your face will be there. I used to wonder how you got to the point as a sister speaking in tongues that a brother said, send me your picture when you are naked, and you sent it. I'm afraid. Then after sending it, you came for 10 hours and you did, Some people's throat will block one day, I'm sure. Because when you hear teaching, you see, the implication of a teaching is that it puts upon you responsibility. If you did not know, it's different. But the minute you have been taught, responsibility. And once Satan sees that there is responsibility, he will create the environment for a test. And the way he will determine whether what you have received is actually going to affect your life is he will check whether there is what? Understanding. So the Bible gives a recommendation. In all thy getting, get what? Understanding. So this is why the Berean Christians, by the time they finished listening to a teaching, they went back to confirm if what they were taught, now so it be for Bible. Then once they found out that that is the way it was in the Bible, the proof of understanding is practice. You begin to live it out. So if you've heard a teaching about prayer, the proof that you understand that prayer is a master key is that you begin to operate the key. The proof you understand that Bible study will change your life is that you discipline yourself to open the scriptures on a daily basis. Nobody will do it for you. If not, all your life, you will never born, you will be a wayside Christian. That every little seed you have, Satan snatches. You'll be a Christian by the wayside. And you know the problem about the wayside, they don't know where they are going. It's like somebody standing, doesn't have direction, no purpose, no intention. It's just by the wayside. Vulnerable to the devil. vulnerable to the birds of the air. Any witch that is looking for where to maximize her calling will now look for that life. The people on the wayside. They are the ones that are used to gain rank in darkness. So he says, this is he who received seed by the wayside. 20. But he who received the seed on stony places, this is he who hears the word and immediately receives it how? Yet he has no root in himself, but endures only for how long? Now, the first set by the wayside, Satan puts an environment to test the word. These people who receive it with joy, what the word attracts is what? Tribulation and what? Persecution. Are you here? So, the minute you begin to, you remember these people received the word for how long? A while. So you are basking in the warmth of the grace of God. You are looking like you are enjoying your Christian life. Then persecution will arise. It's you they will now accuse in the office that you stole money. It's not because you did anything. It wants to test the depth of your roots. That's the period your father and mother will be on your case, attacking your prayer life. It wants to see if you can survive persecution. Tribulation will arise for the sake of the fact that you have joy in the things of God. You think Satan is happy that you don't have money and you can still pray? You think Satan is rejoicing with you that you are just managing your life but you are still fervent? He will want to see whether you can survive if there is pressure on your convictions. You will see. He will now bring persecution and tribulation. You will just find out that in a season in your life, and I've tested this thing many times when you come into promises from God, you come into deep revelation from God, in those seasons of your life, it will be as if Satan has decided to sit on your matter. Some things will just be happening. Do you know, certain times I have to tell myself, calm down. I did not steal. I did not lie. I don't fornicate. Why is this chaos? He wants to test depth. You know, it is easy to say that you will die for Jesus when everything is working. Let something go wrong, we will now know whether your profession is true. That's when we really know whether you can die for Jesus. Let them put you alone with a brother in a room, and you know nobody will know what happened in that room. We will now know whether you love Jesus enough to say no to sexual immorality. Let your rent be due. Due. And you find out that there's a shortcut to take that nobody will hear. Then we will know whether you are ready to die for Jesus. Let the people you love the most look at you and mock your faith. Let them mock your faith and mock you. Then we will know whether you are ready to serve Jesus. You know, outsiders can mock you, it won't pay you. Let your father call you Ode. And you are just about to eat beans and gari that your mother cooked. As you take one spoon, say, put it in your mouth, put it. As old as you are still eating your mother's beans. This spoon will hang halfway like Hello, commando cover. The spoon will hang halfway, then your belly will remind you, hungry, though. You say, they will shame you. Is in that day you will know whether you have debt with God. This is what happened to Job. Job didn't do anything wrong. Nothing wrong. But God said, I want to show you that this man has debt, that he loves me for nothing. So he entered into a season of tribulation, like no mortal before him had experienced. And the Bible says, in all of this, Job sinned not. What a man. What a man. In all of this, he did not sin. The Bible says he did not lay anything to the charge of God. That means he didn't blame God. What a man. That's a man that is not just in church. I told you last week that prolonged time in church does not automatically translate to spiritual growth. This is not a man that had just been in church for years. He had gained depth. He was not a man in a stony ground that did not have enough earth. So there's no space for roots. And somebody might be asking, what is earth? Earth is your private disciplines. If you don't have any private disciplines with God, there's nothing that is sown that will ever grow to become a tree. That's how you build earth. You build earth in private. You are righteously strict unto yourself, secretly pure towards God, morally kind towards others. That's how you build earth. So if there is earth, it becomes easy for seed to be cast and for the seed to develop root. Your private disciplines. So I can tell how deep a man can possibly become in God by checking what he does with his private life. If you don't have a private life, I'm saying to you, there is no possibility for depth. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You don't grow roots in public. So that's why Satan will fight your private life. He will fight it with everything. He likes Christians being actors. He likes Christians that love the stage, but they don't know the discipline of death in the secret. He likes those kind of Christians. They like the accolades. So when we want to pray now, people can manifest all kinds of shapes, make all kinds of sounds, but that's not how they pray in secret. In the secret, they can't do that thing. That thing is for show. In the secret, they don't have earth. So what will be happening is, once persecution arises because of what? He what? So you see him always faltering, always failing, always falling. He's a stumbler because there is no depth. You know the imagery that is being used here is the imagery of a tree. Sure, you know that a tree that has deep roots, the wind can bend it like this, bend it like that, but it will come back to balance. Why? Because it has deep roots. Forget burning if you don't have private consecrations. Forget it. Forget it. There is no story that told us that John dragged one girl into the wilderness. And said, now, wow. Say, I've been in this wilderness for 30 years. I never see a woman. No story. Meanwhile, he was warning men in palaces that you can't take her as your wife. There's no sexual appetite that is doing you that has not done me. If I can stay, that woman is not your wife. He was not afraid to tell kings.